Welcome to the Seeing Double podcast, hosted by gymowners.com. We're your hosts. I'm Amy Davis.
And I'm Patty Davis.
We're two identical twins with completely different lives. We'll be sharing double the perspective of any topic we dive into.
All right, guys, let's jump in. Welcome back to the Seeing Double podcast. We have an exciting announcement today. It is not just my birthday, and it's not just your birthday, Amy. It is our birthday.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, just to be fully transparent, though, as you can imagine, we do pre-record these a little bit in advance so that we can edit and publish in time. So we are recording a few days before, but we are going to be fully in the mindset that today is our birthday, and we are here to celebrate.
And we are in the birthday vibes, which is funny you say that because actually, when we woke up this morning, Matt knew that we were recording this podcast, and it's obviously not our birthday, but we woke up and he's like, happy birthday. I'm like, that's not my birthday.
So
but
funny.
So we're feeling the birthday vibes.
So he kicked off your morning in the birthday mood, which just to declare, our birthday is September 19th. And we want to talk through some memorable moments today over our last 25 years. We are turning 26 now. So does that mean we've had 25 full years of life or 26 full years of life?
25 full years of life.
Actually, no, I think that means we've lived 26 years because they count it as like a rotation around the sun. Yes. So your first year of life is your first rotation around the sun, and then you turn 1 year old. And then your second year of life is your second rotation around the sun, and then you turn 2 years old. So now, after 26 rotations around the sun, we are now 26 years old, right?
No, after you're 26, when you're turning 27, you would be celebrating your 26th year of life because you just are finishing that year.
So right now we are celebrating our 25th year of life, our end of our 25th year of life?
Yes.
Okay, that math does not work, I don't think. I think that this is our 26th year.
Regardless what year it is, we are still mistaken as 18-year-olds at all times.
So true. That is
actually
so
16
true.
At best.
Oh my gosh, we are mistaken as so young. Like, I don't think I've ever been carded. I've never not been carded.
Never not been carded, yes.
Literally, I'm embarrassed. Every single time I go to a grocery store, I feel like they're thinking I have a fake ID in my hands for being over the age of 21. Especially, right after a workout when you're sweaty and you're like, that's the perfect time to buy wine, by the way. Like, you're sweaty at the gym, your hair's in a messy bun. All you want to do is go to the grocery store, get a bottle of wine, bring it home. It's like, I do not look like a 21-year-old right now. I literally look like an 18-year-old high school athlete, for sure.
I think we'll always be that way, unfortunately.
We've always been mistaken as younger. My little girls at gymnastics are so funny. They have no clue how old I am. I mean, I've told them probably 100 times, but they always get it wrong. So every time I remind them that I'm an adult, they're always like, oh my gosh, if you're an adult, can you and AJ adopt me and be my parents? And I'm like, that is not how adulting works. Like, we have responsibilities, but no, we don't have 10 and 12-year-old children. We just have our dog and a house. We have our own responsibilities, but no, we cannot adopt you and add to our list of responsibilities.
That is not our first adult move.
It's so funny. And then they're like so jealous that I get to do my own grocery shopping as an adult. It's like,
ew.
They always say, no, the one girl, she's like, you get to go to the grocery store and buy whatever you want. And literally, I left gymnastics that day and I called AJ. I'm like, AJ, we really can buy whatever we want anytime we go to the grocery store because we are adults.
It is a good realization. So let's take this all the way back to the beginning, just for the birthday vibes. On this day, 25 or 26 years ago.
26. So it's 26 years ago. That's how many years ago we were born. So it's 26
so we're still having our 26th year, but 26 years ago, we were born on this day 20 seconds apart. So Amy was born first, Amy's baby A, and then I was born second. I'm baby B.
And just to declare, being baby A and being baby B is like a huge thing in the world of twins. Like,
yeah, that's worldwide.
The festival Twinsburg that we've talked about on a recent episode, it's a huge thing. You literally meet a set of twins and you say, are you baby A or are you baby B? And after you declare which one you are, you separate. And I hang out with the baby A's and Patty hangs out with the baby B's. And it's just like a thing. It's like such a thing. And it's a competition between baby A's and baby B's. Baby A's almost always come out on top, just to declare that.
Well, baby A's, being Amy, you're just always more dominant, probably because you're born first. So we have we have this specific story from our first birthday party, which we've heard hundreds of times. Obviously, we don't remember it. We barely remember yesterday, let alone our first year of life.
26 years ago, we don't remember this, but we know it happened because it's also photographed, so there's proof that this happened.
Videographed. I'm pretty sure there's a video of it.
I don't know if video cameras were around then. I literally think it was
video
just
cameras
photos.
were around.
No,
I
26 years ago. I think we just have seen pictures of this, but it did happen. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it did happen. So go ahead.
So on our very first ever birthday party, my parents got each of us our own cake, which was, one, their first mistake, and two, the only time that we actually ever had our own cake because of this. But
True.
We each had our own cake, so they put them down on the table and put one in front of Amy, one in front of me, and they started singing happy birthday. Amy, with her big baby A dominant attitude at the young age of 1, grabbed my cake. So not her
with
cake,
both
but my
hands.
cake. Like if you had 5 hands, you would have used all of them. You were so excited about it. Grabbed my cake and just started like shoveling it in her mouth. So I did not get a cake that year. Amy got 2. And ever since then, she's just
so funny is both the cakes were in front of us. Like, I literally think I had my own cake in front of me and you had your own cake in front of you. And in the picture, the first picture, I'm literally just staring at your cake and I hadn't even reached for it yet. And then the next thing you know, I don't know. Obviously, I was not even a year old. I guess I had just turned a year old. So that's why I'm 26 years old now, 26 full years old now. So anyways, then I just grabbed yours. I'm so sorry for that. I literally don't know why I would do that when it's just right in front of me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes. So ever since then, we've had the exact same everything. We've shared birthday cakes, everything.
Yeah. It's just worth it to share the cake instead of having 2 separate ones. And like, just like our birthday, we share our birthday. Not many people like share a birthday with their partner in life. Literally, it's like a weird thing. Although actually, I do have friends that are dating and they've been dating for a while and they have the exact same birthday, which is pretty rare.
Amazing. I do know someone like that also. Kind of like us.
So we share and we're good at sharing. And that's probably obvious, but we've literally been, let's just say in the same age groups. We've been in the same groupings at all times. Like it's just, well, it's not obvious, but like in gymnastics competitions, like there was no way to compete against someone that wasn't you because we were the exact same age, the exact same like competition level at all times.
But you know where we were split? We were split up in the yearbook.
Oh my gosh.
There was someone between us. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Brett Davis. Remember?
No. Bailey. There was 2 of them.
No,
Brett and
there
Bailey.
was 2. Yeah, and they were in between us because it was alphabetical order by the first name. That is so funny.
Were we in separate lines? Were we in one line and I was on the other line?
We were so separated because it was by first name.
I probably cried when that came out.
This totally has nothing to do with our birthday, though. That is by alphabetical order of first name, and that is what separated us. We have still shared birthdays, and we're still staying on the birthday theme, please.
Yes, but what I actually hate is spending birthdays apart. Like today, we are obviously in separate states. Amy's in Florida. I am in Michigan. We came into the world on this day together. And I think we always thought we would spend this day and that we deserved to spend this day.
We really did spend this day together for a very long time. Just to be clear, like
until
we never, ever had our birthday part until our 21st. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Do you know what I remember most about our 21st birthday?
No.
I remember we had both just worked long days, or at least speaking for myself, I know I had a very long day of work that day. And so then I came home to my friend Hannah's apartment because I was living at my friend Hannah's, and it was like 7 p.m. and we FaceTimed you and you hadn't had a single sip of alcohol yet. And it was like a Friday. I think it's like a Friday, our 21st birthday. And here I am having multiple sips of alcohol. I think multiple drinks. And you hadn't even had a single sip of alcohol. And it was just so funny to me because I think you got like pissed at me for wanting to have a drink and like go out to a bar and stuff on my birthday. I remember you being pissed at me while I'm at my friend Hannah's house. Yes.
No, that is funny because I was at Hannah's house. I was not mad at you. You were in Florida at a girl named Hannah's house? I was in Michigan.
I was living with my friend Hannah and I was in our apartment. Were you with Hannah?
I was at Hannah Paquette's apartment. That is so funny.
Wow, we both spent our 21st birthdays with different Hannahs. Is that what you're saying? But
how
not with
did
each
we
other?
not realize that? Yes. But Amy, I actually had a birthday party. I had a birthday party that day. It was the first one I ever had by myself. I think my friends forced me to because I was a little depressed that you weren't there. But I got dressed cute, put on like my favorite dress. I think it was red. I actually saw Matt at the bar that day. And of course I was like with all my girlfriends, just having a night, taking photos and stuff. And sometime in the last couple of years, Matt was like, oh, you probably had such a good night that night. I'm like, no, dude, you don't understand. I went home and cried for hours. It was my first birthday party by myself. I was alone. It was just not the day.
Yeah. So now I remember that's when you were upset. You weren't pissed, but you were upset and you were sad because we had not spent our birthday together. That is what I'm remembering. But I do remember the FaceTime. I also had a cute outfit on that day. I like definitely remembered the cute outfit I wore. It was like light, cute colored jeans and a little white crop top and heels. And it just like flowed together so well. Like that is such a great combination.
Yeah, that
but
works
it is
for
just
anything.
so funny that we were both with Hannah's. That is so funny. Cause like when I think back, I remember being at Hannah's apartment and having like my first couple drinks. Not that we hadn't drank before that, but like legal drinks. And like, I think we totally bought legal alcohol that day for our first time at a store.
Yes, because you're allowed to.
No way. That's how that works. Wow.
But the next year was the funnest of all of them. Not really.
What was it?
Funnest, but
I don't
our
think funnest is
angel
the
of
word.
a mother. We were 22, so like there's this quote: "Nobody likes you when you're 22," right? Because 21 is so fun, and then you're just turning 22. But we still threw ourselves a birthday party, and we went to the biggest bar.
I don't think that that's the quote. Just to be clear, I think no, it's nobody likes you when you're 24.
Oh,
I think.
Well, nobody liked us at 22 either.
This is true. But what you're thinking about with 22 is the Taylor Swift song. I'm feeling 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we were
song.
celebrating 22, not with Taylor Swift, but with our mom. We had a big birthday party at this big college bar where we lived. Somehow you were there, Amy, even though you lived in Florida.
We had flown in. AJ and I had flown in. And I just remember Mom throwing this party in College Bar Harper's where we had worked. And we, you know, it's like a blast from the past, returning to Harper's after a few years of moving away. And we just threw the best party. I remember we were wearing bright pink and everyone had cake. Do you remember? Mom brought like the most massive cake I've ever seen. And she's just cutting it up for everyone while she's sipping on her margaritas, just like me.
Oh my God.
That's where I get it from. And she's handing out cake to everyone. It was amazing.
We were like dancing on the floor hours after we had eaten cake. Like I had already had my cake at, 9 o'clock. We were just dancing on the dance floor. And I remember seeing this wasted guy, like barely moving, just eating my mom's cake. Couldn't tell you his name.
What's so funny about those cakes is the designs that we have on them. So we have to mention this. We have this cake lady in our hometown of Traverse City, and she's made every cake that we've ever had. Like literally any cake we've ever had. So mentioning that cake on our first birthday, she made that, and you know what happened with that cake after I stole it. But she's literally made any cake Amy. For any celebration we've ever had. But once we started getting older, she would make the like most cutest, funniest designs on the cakes. Like she would literally draw us with like exaggerated curves and little boobies popping out of our dresses. And like, it's just on the cake. And so I just can only imagine that this drunk guy on the floor at Harper's just has a slice of a cake with like our face on it. Cause that's like what the design was on the cake. That is hilarious.
I know. That is so funny. This is actually sad though, because I think today is the first day we've ever not gotten a Jan Beatty cake on our birthday. The
first year without one of her cakes. And like, I'm telling you, nothing compares to that cake because we've eaten birthday cake for other people's birthdays and like nothing compares to her cakes.
Yeah.
Hey, she didn't make your wedding cake though, did she?
She didn't. It was too far away and there was something like you couldn't drive in a car with it.
That is what ruined this for our birthday. That is why we didn't get a birthday cake from her this year. Is because you didn't choose her for your wedding.
No. I did choose her. She said she couldn't because we had to drive 4 hours. So it was like a liability thing.
Lovely. So because the cake would tip over. Oh yeah, because wedding cakes are more thoroughly built. But wow, this is our first year without our annual birthday cake. That is so, so, so good. That makes me want cake right now. We have to go get cake right now.
Are you doing that?
No, but that's fine.
It's like a Tuesday on a work day.
It sounds good. I'll just opt in for a margarita instead, but that's fine.
Yes. So that's a very negative way to end this podcast. But in other words, at least we're still having a birthday and at least we're celebrating with all of our listeners.
True. Yes. And we'll celebrate together soon, Tia. We will. You know that we will. Although it won't really be a birthday celebration. I feel like Birthdays are a little overrated as you get older. You kind of like, hey, another year around the sun. Our 26th year around the sun has been complete. On to number 27.
I just noticed is that you called me Tia, and we never told everyone why you call me Tia.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know why I call you Tia.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
I've just always called you it.
Amy calls me Tia. First of all, I'll let Amy call me anything except my full name, because my full name is actually Patricia, and she never says it correctly.
You always say that I butcher that, and I do not butcher that. I still call you Patricia sometimes, but when I say it quick, it like comes off like very mushed, like Patricia.
Yeah. I hate that. So she usually calls me Patty, but once in a while, like growing up, she just always called me Tia. So she'll sometimes revert back to that. And to this day, we don't know where that name came from. It was like in a movie we watched, which we do know that, but it never meant anything to any of us.
It was in Race to Witch Mountain. That was the girl's name. It was Tia. But the other thing that it means to me is aunt in Spanish. So we will hold on to that name until you have kids. And then oh no, that would be until I have kids. Darn, that's going to be a while. I was going to say it. But that's fine. My kids can call you Tia and everything will add up.
Yes.
So I think we need to wrap up this podcast and end on the Spanish note that I just said there and say, Feliz cumpleaños. We literally need to speak more Spanish. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the birthday song from Mexican restaurants? We memorized it one year.
Oh my gosh. Should we sing it? I literally remember it. I'm sorry. Should we be annoying and sing it really fast before we hang up?
You go.
Ready, set, okay, fine, I'll go. Kings, queens, princess do. Gotta wish the best for you. Gotta wish day, want day. What do you say? Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Amy.
Okay, Feliz cumpleaños. We are going to bring this to a close with a little bit of Spanish and start adding more Spanish into our vocabulary. Feliz cumpleaños, Tia.
Thank you, Amy. Happy birthday. And thank you all for joining us on this birthday episode of Seeing Double. We will see you next week.
See ya.